Well, what about some blending on the combs?
Okay.
This is easy to do. Once you've combed your top, you can then lash it all back on again and do some blending. Because now your fibre is all free of undesirables. But what you do need is to have fibres that are the same length. Now I pulled out some fibres for the length, which is, I just pulled out these fibres like this. And I laid it down to see what the length was. Then if I want to blend with some silk, I'll pull out some of the silk fibres and see if they're the same length. And they are. So I can blend these two fibres together with no problem.
Okay.
It's not easy to blend the fibres if they're a different length, because you pull all the longest lengths off first and then the shorter ones afterwards. So it won't blend if they're different lengths. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lash on some of my Romney, and then I'll lash on some of the silk, and I'll do it in layers because then it's already mixed up before I start to blend with the comb. A few more of the Romney. And this is silk that was hand dyed. There was a roving that was just thrown in some water to soak, and then it was sprinkle dyed. So whatever colour it came out, that's the colour you got. So in parts of this is bright yellow, and parts of it is bright pink, and parts of it is a muddy colour, where it all blended together. So now you can get a really nice 50-50 blend if you want of these fibres.
Or you can use the same, say you wanted to just blend it, you could dye some of the Romney and then just blend different colours of the Romney together.
You could.
To give you an effect with
you can do colour blending too. You can use it like a very small hackle.
Okay.
And lay the colours in columns or in layers this way, and that will give you a different effect as well.
Maybe we can show the blending hackle after this, and then you can see what you do with the blending hackle as opposed to doing this on the combs.
Yep. Okay, this is just the last little bit of wool that I had.
Okay.
So now I'm just going to comb, and I'm going to comb exactly the same way as I did before. And I don't have any of the neps to take out. Just blending the colours together. So now there's a lot of shorts that are silk in there. Can you see how bright that is? There's a lot of shorts of silk. They're not all the same length. So I'll take that off. And now see how it's much more blended. Still got stripes. So if I blend it back onto the hackle again, or onto this other colour that's working like a hackle, and you can see now how much more blended it all is in there. So if I hold the two together, this one here is much more blended than this one.
Okay.
And it's taking all the short pieces out of the silk, because the silk that we get to use is really waste from the line silk that they use for weaving. So it will have a lot of shorts in there. Okay, twice I think it's gone through there twice, and I think that's enough. So now we can just diz off. Okay. Just start that off. Okay, so now let's diz off a little bit of this and see what it's like. So I'm just starting with the diz and the threader here, and it's pinch, pull back, push forward, pinch, pull back, both push forward. And you only want a few fibres at a time. Try not to pull too many fibres. Again, if you lock it too far up into the web, you cannot pull it off. So back off a little bit, pull less fibres through. There. Look how nicely that's blended together. There, see how quick that is to pull off?
Okay.
Now we've ended up with the shorts.
So now we've demonstrated the clamp. Now what about when we finish with it, what do we do to put it away?
The clamp?
Yes.
Alright, so we take the comb out, push down, slide the little hook undone, take the comb out. Always store your combs carefully because they are sharp. So close the clamp, release the tension. Release these. And you can just store it like this. Oh, I lost the... There we go.
Okay, thank you. So that's the clamp. Now what about the combs? We finished with the combs, so they actually come with a bag, don't they?
They do, but there's a way to store your combs safely. So these combs are actually designed to go together. So you push the tines against tines, so they interlock. And you push them right down to like that. So they're actually interlocked and one will hold the other one in place. The combs are designed to interlock with one another. So you just push them together so the tines do actually stay, and this is how they are stored.
Okay.
They're safe. They're not going to hurt you. They're not going to damage the combs. They're not going to damage you. Anything. So this is so they actually stay together. And they're stored handles first into the bag. It's smaller at the bottom of the bag. It's shaped, wider at the top to take the combs in that particular way. And once they're in your bag, pull the drawstring, and away you go.
Thank you.